Alrighty. Oh, let me get my water. Make sure everything good. Hey, world, was good? It's your boy LG. Well, this video is gonna be another edition of the Emperor's Diary, and yeah, I'm gonna talk about some shit while I'm doing this. I feel like this would be a good idea to do. If you guys haven't seen this on my website yet, this is gonna be on my website, and also this is gonna be for my members. You know what I'm saying? So my members and my website people, y'all get to see this shit. And members and also Discord, all that good stuff. So yeah, Discord, all anybody that's in my community, basically. So I'm gonna be over here just scrolling around through shit. Forgive me if I'm kind of rambling a bit, but I'm gonna be messing with a few things, and I really feel like a lot of stuff needs to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to the sex work, y'all see the title, and I'm at the point right now to where we really have to do better, right? I feel like we really have to do better as just people in general, right? And for those of y'all, like I said, I talk about this a lot. And for those of y'all who do not know, I I work as a DJ in the strip clubs, and I've been doing it since 2017, and I love it. Honestly, I enjoy it. I have a good ass time with it. Just mute the music so that way this won't overpower me. Uh, I have a good ass time with it, and it's fun. I enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think at this point, especially now, I'm happy that now it's at a point to where a little bit people are. I want to say open minded with it, but I don't think it's. I'm glad it's in the open because this opens up a lot of discussion that needs to be had. Right, a lot of discussion that needs to. And when I say needs to, I mean absolutely positively needs to be had. When it comes down to sex work. I and a lot of it is from people that don't get into it, that don't care, that don't know what's going on, but want to somehow reap the benefits of said thing. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta go with the obvious one here. And I'm gonna say it, I've said it before, and I'll say it again, right? Sex work is work. All right. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't care how you feel about it. Bottom line, it's a job. There are so much things that you can do with it. Um, from what Venus is doing here with with being a stripper in a more public sense. Um, there are some that do OnlyFans. Even and I do extend the deal to OnlyFans, but I feel like in a lot of that too, in some cases, and I'll probably get into that a little bit later, that there is some caveats that I will say that people gotta be when it comes down to OnlyFans and digital online sex work, basically. And the whole e-girl aesthetic type thing. But I do have to say that sex work is indeed work. Okay. I don't care how you feel about it. Like I said, I don't care what what people tell you. It's a job. It's a job just like everything else. Okay. Um it's a job. And for those of y'all that don't get it or don't like it or don't understand it, I, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? But it's exactly what it is, and some of y'all just need to get it through your heads, right? Now, whether you would be okay with it or not, that's a different story. We'll get to that in a minute, but we do have to understand that there is work that is involved with this, right? There's work that's involved. There are people um you do a job, you get paid for it. You know what I'm saying? And I need y'all in general, just in general, to understand that concept. Does that make sense? So once again, sex work is work. It doesn't make a difference how you feel about it. What you like, if you don't like it, that's irrelevant. It's a thing. And so much to discredit people on that sole premise is bit asinine, I want to say. And that's just my personal opinion on that. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you feel like it's not a job because, oh well, it's not that, by on this very basis, it's a job. It's a job, whether you wanna admit it or not. It is. Okay. Um, it is. Right. Cool. And it is, as much as people don't want to admit it, it is. Okay. And I know I feel like I'm rambling, but I feel like that's got to be established because you do a job, you get paid for it. It's a job. As much as you want to hate it, as much as you want to hate it, it is one. And it's something that folks need to. Let me move this over here. Folks need to understand, right? So now that we get that out the way, we got that down. With that being said, I will go by what I said, that it's not for everybody. Um, the level of work that is involved with this, um, is definitely not for the faint of heart. It especially for the women. Like there is no question that this is not for the faint of heart at all. And I want y'all to understand that, right? Especially the ladies. That's why I do the Strip Club Chronicles, because a lot of people are so uh are being taught that, oh, that this is a thing, like this is so easy, that this is blah 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 woo, woo, and it's like, see, it is, and it's not at the same time. And that's something that people, I think that folks need to get, that it's, yeah, it's easy. This job can work. I mean, it can net you a lot of money. Yeah. um I could totally get that. That's totally understandable. It can net you a lot of money. um However, with that being said, you still you still have to, there's still some things that you have to do, right? And it's not as easy as one may think. And I wish people would understand that concept. Like it's not as easy as people think. Like, getting in here from wearing the outfits, you know what I'm saying? From wearing an outfit like this, you know what I mean? It From doing shit like this to, being able to dance, to be able to do this and dance in front of multiple people, in front of multiple men. Your job is literally, quite literally, uh you're taking money from horny men. You're basically getting men horny. You're getting men horny to take money out of them. You there is no there's no two ways about it. Like, let's just call a spade a spade. That's exactly what it is. And excuse me, a lot of y'all don't understand that basic concept, right? And so many things are getting, so many lines have gotten blurred, right? That looks good. That's a nice little balance. Have gotten blurred. And the beautiful thing, because y'all, some people are trying to rationalize this shit, and the thing is there is no rationale behind it. Let's just be real. There is no real rationale behind this shit. You get what I mean? Like there's no real rationale behind it. This job is a gray area. You know what I mean? It's a big ass gray area. And the more people understand that, I feel the better. You know what I mean? I feel like the more people understand that this job is a big ass gray area, and a lot of shit is happens that can happen, and it's really up to you how you do it. The better. Like the more people understand that this job is a gray area and maneuver accordingly, the better. I promise you, it will make your life a lot easier. Um, you know, I a lot of the issues that I have with people with this that especially or a lot of them, people on the outside looking in. I guess we'll start with them because they're I guess they're easy fodder at this point. Um, the people on the outside looking in, y'all, bruh, I'm telling you, a lot of shit y'all be thinking happens don't necessarily happen. All right, just because a woman does this, it doesn't necessarily make her a whore. I don't know where y'all got that from. I don't know why y'all keep doing that shit. But at some point, it's got to stop, right? It's got to stop, and I think it's high time y'all just start being a little bit more respectful about it, right? Just take it with a grain of salt, right? Just take the shit with a grain of salt. If that's not what you want, if that's not what you are, or that's what you feel like this is about for you, and you're not with it, then that's cool. Don't be, you're well within your right to not like something. But I think we're right now where there's too many people that are like, oh well, I don't like this, therefore nobody else should. That's it's not necessarily hurting anybody per se. Um, and the people that get into this, they should already know better. Let's just be I'm gonna be fucking let's be fucking for real with it. Right? Let's just be all the way keep it all the way funky. You know what I mean? Um, the people that should be that's doing this, they already know what the fuck is up. Right? They know what the fuck is up. Right? They know what the fuck is up. They know what they're signing up for. And if they don't, they're gonna have to figure it out one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? So it's not up to y'all on the outside to try to determine that, right? If you feel that you'll never step foot in the atmosphere like this, or you'll never do all of this, or I wouldn't want my partner, okay, that's your business, right? I'll give you that. The problem that I have with y'all is a lot of y'all do this thing where y'all don't want it. Y'all don't want your girl doing this. Like a lot of guys wouldn't want their girl doing this, but then they'll turn right around and chase a girl that does something like this. They're attracted to a woman that does this, right? Or that at least I'll even, you know what? I will even extend the fact that they would be okay with their girl dressing up like this and doing stuff like this. They would. They would. A lot of guys totally would, right? A lot of guys totally would. Right? A lot of guys totally would. Right? That's the funny part about it. A lot of guys totally would. And that's the issue that I have with the shit. A lot of guys would love it, would love the fuck out of their girl for doing some shit like this. They would. Let's just be all the way funky with it. They would love it. I guarantee you they would love that shit. I guarantee you they would. That's the wrong thing. I'm pretty much fucking that up. I know I'm probably fucking this up somewhere. No, I'm probably fucking this up somewhere, but yeah, whatever. We'll do that. I think I'm doing this right. Probably not, but we'll figure it out later. It's the one that does the something like that. If not, I'll do some shit. I don't know. But yeah, a lot of guys would kill to, oh, I want my girl to do this, and they would be all over their girl. And the issue is with this is that and I've talked about people like this before. Like they would love it uh if that shit was exclusive to them. They would love it. If that shit was exclusive to them, they would love the absolute shit out of it. They would. They would love the idea of it, of the exclusivity. Because I've told people this before, right? I've told guys to be like, look, if they had a girl that was doing this for them, that was showing them pictures, nudes, and all of that stuff, every day, and it was exclusively for them, oh, they would love it. Oh, it would be. Oh, they would love the fuck out of it. They wouldn't care. They would be in heaven. But the reality is, it's not. It doesn't happen that way. Right? And a lot of people want a girl want a girl like this, right? That could do this, but be a virgin. Reality, not happening. Okay, I get it. Okay, I understand. You want that unicorn for you, right? And a lot of y'all don't have what it takes to keep them anyway. Let's just be fucking for real. But you know, and a lot of women have a point on that regard. Unfortunately, as much as people want to talk shit, as much as shit gets thrown around, I mean, it is some of them. A lot of them do have a point. Right? A lot of them have a point. Right? Because these girls do have some of these girls have standards, okay? And believe it or not, a lot of these girls don't do what you think they do. Let's just be fucking for real. That's why I'm doing uh this shit, because like doing the strip club chronicles, because a lot of y'all don't understand. A lot of these girls are just regular people, man. They go in, do their shit, and go home. Like for real. Some of them, shit, they will, if they had a choice, they would be at home, sleep, not doing shit. Don't blame them either. So a lot of y'all, I think, especially a lot of y'all on the outside looking in, especially men, y'all gotta chill out. Okay. If especially you want a girl like this. You know you do. Let's be fucking for real. You totally would. You want a girl that's out there that can express herself. Especially sexually. You just want that shit. Let's just be honest. You want the shit for yourself, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? Which is okay, cool. That's fine. Right? But like I said, you gotta realize that this shit isn't always gonna happen. You gotta realize that. You gotta realize it. For real. You gotta realize that shit ain't gonna happen for you. It isn't gonna always happen for you. I'm not gonna say it's never gonna happen. I'm just saying it may not always happen for you. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to know how to take certain things with a grain of salt. You got to know how to take certain things. You got to be real with yourself. You feel me? I could have did that a little bit better, but could have edited that way better than what I did, or not edited, shot that better. I'm still trying to get the hang of my new camera, y'all. But but yeah, like that right there was actually good. From up until this point, from here to here, that's kind of, yeah, that's where it's like fucking kind of bad. But yeah, no, like y'all got to be real with yourselves, bro. On some real shit, y'all have to. Y'all got to be real with yourselves because at the end of the day, people make their choices, right? People have their choices, have their things to do, and if you're not cool with it, just be and know you're not cool with it. Be for real. Be honest with yourself, right? Don't be chasing these people, okay? And for heaven's sake, stop trying to chase people and trying to make them change. Please. I'm tired of that shit. That shit's fucking annoying. Y'all do that shit, y'all stay attract. Oh, well, I want you to change up. I want you to change, and for what? You want them to stop doing what they're doing because what? You want your girl to stop doing stuff. You would want a girl to stop doing stuff like this for what? Oh, it's degrading. Degrading to who? It's not degrading to the person that chose to do it. Well, it's disrespecting women. No, it's not. Like, for what? And that's the part of the, I think that's part of the problem because we're being told that all of this stuff is when it's really not even that bad. Like, honestly, you really don't have to. You don't have to take a part in this. You really don't. You really don't. And I feel like a lot of y'all need to understand that. Like, just chill the fuck out. If you know what's like, if you're curious, you got to know what level you are. You got to be like, be curious with it and just know your limit, right? If you know that you're only this curious, you're only a little bit curious enough, cool. Just feed enough. It's like eating food, right? If you know you're only a little bit hungry, get you a snack. You feel me? Get you a snack. You don't need to make you a full course meal because you're hungry. You know you're not going to eat all of it. You're wasting food. Same thing with this. If you know you're only a little bit curious, okay, well, feed your curiosity up until a certain point, and then bam. But see, that goes back to what I'm saying before: knowing your limits, knowing what your limits are, being aware of your limits. You get what I'm saying? That's the problem. That's what people need to understand. That's what you need to get right. If you only can, if you only want to get a couple of dances from a girl. Say, you're here with Venus, right? Okay. You cool with Venus, you only want to get a couple of dances from her. That's perfectly fine. You're well within your right to do so. You know what I'm saying? You are well within your right to do so. Okay? If that's all you can take, that's all you can take. You're more than welcome to have that. Like you're not less of a person or whatever the fuck because, you know, you have the limit and you have a boundary. That's perfectly fine. That is perfectly okay. Right? No issue with that. You just got to be real. The problem is most folks don't want to be real with themselves. That's it. And I want you, like I said, you gotta be honest with yourself, right? You have to be honest with yourself. Have to. And say, okay, well, I'm not really into this like I thought I was, or hey, I gave it a fair shot, and there's nothing wrong with that. You give it a fair shake, and you didn't like it. Hey, perfectly fine. Ain't nobody mad at you. As long as you're real with yourself, I think you'll be perfectly fine. And I think that's what needs to happen with a lot of y'all. A lot of y'all need to sit down and be real with yourself. Be honest with yourself and say, I can't, or this is my limit. And the more people start doing that, I think we'll be perfectly fine. Once we start getting into understanding what our limits are, right? Or limit, and even the limit can even be something as like minimal, right? The minimal limit right now. Maybe right now I'm not really interested, or maybe right now I'm not I don't understand. I don't get it right now. It's fine. It's cool. Like I said, just be real with your shit. That's it. All right. Excuse me. It's not hard, y'all. Y'all make this shit harder than what it is. In a lot of cases, y'all do. Not. Let's just be. Lord have mercy, y'all make this shit harder than what it is. But also too, to those that are in this business, I need y'all to be real with yourselves too. All right. I need y'all to I need y'all to be real with yourself as well. Okay. Need y'all to understand that not a lot of people are gonna be okay with it. And I get it. You excuse me, you want people to, you want to be accepted. I understand. I completely understand. I'm gonna be the first one to tell you, I get it. I'll be the first one to tell you, I totally get it. But some of y'all just need to chill the fuck out. Like, you don't need to be sitting up here trying to tell other people who they can and can't fuck with, or or trying to make people feel bad for not wanting to fuck with you of all people. Like, chill the fuck out, okay? Y'all gotta realize that shit is an acquired taste, right? It's like sushi. And I don't like the fact that y'all keep trying to portray this as easy. And I'm actually kind of disappointed in a lot of sex workers, to be fair, because with the rise of sex workers or people showing interest in the shit, you would think that there would be more people out here educating, right? Out here educating people. That's the part that gets me. Is there's not a lot of people educating. And that's the sad part. Like, honestly, I thought there would be way more people educating. I really thought there would be. I honestly thought that people would want to be out here educating, trying to tell people what the fuck is up. But the fact that there are a lot of y'all who, to be quite frank, are trying to take advantage of it, right? Or trying to take advantage of people. I can't deal with that. And I mean blatant taking advantage of. Like, you know the guy's drunk and you're going to and he didn't do anything wrong to you, but you're just gonna, take advantage of the fact that he's drunk, for example. If that guy did nothing to you and he's just a sweet dude, or oh, he's sweet, he's respectful, oh, and he's got drunk and you out here trying to, Cardi B niggas, oh no. Mm-mm. I can't deal with that. I personally refuse. You can get mad at me for it. I do not care because I do not play with that shit. That's one thing I won't play with. I will not play with that shit. You will not be disrespectful to another fucking man for what? You will not be disrespectful to another man because or take advantage of another man for what? So you can no. Uh-uh. Not today, Satan. I'm not gonna fuck with that. And if I see it, I'm telling. And those of y'all that know me know I don't play that. That's one thing I do not play with. That shit. I do not play with that shit. And I will not play with that shit. Y'all can get mad at me, say whatever the fuck. I don't care. Because I refuse to sit up here from one man to another, allow another somebody else, some female to take advantage of another dude. For what? And y'all need to stop doing that shit. I'm gonna be real with you. You ain't gotta like what I'm telling you, but it's facts. It's facts though. Guy ain't did shit to you, but you want to sit up here and fuck with him. Like, no, it ain't. It's not that serious. I promise you. I promise you, it's not. You will get your money. Your money will come to you. You just gotta stop trying to blatantly finesse men for it. And like I said, there's got to be more. There has to be way more and better effective teaching methods. And I'm sorry, and I'm tired of having to deal with women who have this shitty view of men, right? And I like I said, I feel for you if you dealing with a guy that say you're dealing with a certain type of guy that or you've dealt with a guy in your past that's disrespected you. I feel you. I understand. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I understand. I understand. It's rough, you know. But it does not mean you treat the next dude like shit. I don't care. And I'm tired of this all men are shit mentality, and it sucks even more if when you're in the sex work industry. Because let's just be fucking for real. I've said it before. Most of your men money is coming from men. Most of your men. Most of your money is coming from men. Whether you want to admit it or not, whether you like it or not, most of your money is coming from men. Okay? Women are too catty to support each other unless they've cooled each other, and even then, that's still kind of like pushing it. A lot of women are too catty to support each other like that. So most of your money is going to be coming from men. That's bottom line. Excuse me, I'm not making it up. It's not hyperbole, not none of that shit. Most of your money is going to be coming from men. And the sooner you realize that, the better. Okay? So if you're on this I hate men spree, baby, you might want to figure out find something else to do. Yeah, I'm not even trying to be funny. You gotta find something else to do, please. Find something else to do, please. Because at the end of the day, men are visual creatures, and men like what they like. And if you can't give them what they like, they're gonna find it. It is what it is. So all that man hating shit, well, oh, men are trash and men are this. Better find something else to do. I'm telling you that shit ain't gonna fly for a lot of y'all. Like I said, y'all need to properly teach, right? Yeah, and I'm actually, like I said, I'm disappointed in how a lot of y'all, there is literally not a lot. There's not a lot of clear teaching, and that's sad. That's honestly rather fucking sad. And I wish there were more of it. It's rather I find it rather disappointing. I totally find it disappointing. I find it really disappointing that with all of this stuff, y'all should be teaching these ladies like to be careful of certain things, and y'all do that. Like y'all do. Oh well, but it's in the spot of, oh well, these men are bad, and that's the problem. The what y'all teaching is the fucked up part. Is, oh well, these men. It's these men that are the problem. Stop doing that shit. Stop. Because honestly, as a man, I'm a check. I check out from y'all every time y'all start doing that. Well, these men are this, these men are that. Stop. Because until you start going after these women and start realizing that a lot of women that a lot of the problems y'all gonna have is gonna come from women, y'all we're gonna keep running into the same issue. It's gonna be fucking. Let's be fucking for real. We're gonna keep running into the same issue. Matter of fact, and it's gonna hurt more because y'all are so used to thinking that, you know, y'all so used to looking for men that women are gonna go straight up under the radar. But what do I know? I'm just a man. It's a lot of- That's the part that pisses me off with a lot of this shit. Is that y'all sit up here knowing that a lot of these men ain't like that. But yet you'll try to villainize men at anybody at your expense or whatever at their expense, and trying to, oh well, we gotta find a way. No, no, sorry. Like I said, until we get to that point, we're gonna keep going through this, y'all. And I have no problems defending the ladies. I don't. But it's gonna get real hard to do so because ain't nobody gonna deal with y'all. And to be fair, rightfully so. And to be fair, rightfully so. So what y'all need to do is, honestly, y'all need to sit here and figure out, okay, y'all need to figure out some better way of teaching. Y'all totally do. Y'all need to actually sit down, and I mean actually teach and actually encourage other people. Like encourage other people to get into this stuff. Don't sit up there and fuck with them. Don't mess with them like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and what I mean by mess with them, like, don't to try to dissuade them. Hey, let them know that they can get some help if need be, or they have a support system. Because I was sitting there talking to a dancer, and she was sitting there telling me that a lot of the things that happens is and matter of fact, I was actually talking with Venus, actually, as y'all can see pictured here. I was actually talking with Venus, and one of the things that she was telling me is that she had a young lady that she had a dancer that came and helped her out. She had a dancer that came and said, "Hey, this is what it is. This is what you need to do." And she was able to have that support system, and that's something that honestly is well respected, because a lot of that is not happening. There's not a lot of that going on. Let's just be fair. That's part of the reason why shit's going down the way it is right now, because a lot of people don't do that. And that's something that you shouldn't be taking lightly, if you can do it. Oh, got that down. Cool, we'll take it. I'll take the purple on her for that. We'll just put it at, yeah, we'll just leave it at 375. Fuck it. Actually, we'll just bump it up to actually 400, 40% rather. Cool. I wonder what happens if I put it at soft light. Actually, that actually does look better. Okay. Yeah, we'll just leave it at 400. But yeah, I feel like that is the problem with a lot of y'all, is that y'all sit up here and refuse to do that. Like, y'all are so worried about the money to the point where y'all don't think about the shit. And like I said, it's not for nothing. Like I said, I'm not trying to be a dick to y'all, but like, goddamn, bro, like it's not bad. Like I'm in it. Like I said, oh, well, you hate women? No, 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 no. That's definitely not the case. Definitely not. And I'm tired of that being the go-to. It's just that a lot of y'all stupidness need to be called out and be called for what it is. Let's call it. Let's just call it. It's stupidity, and it needs to be called out. That's it. That's exactly what needs to happen. Y'all out here doing this stupid ass shit, and it needs to stop. So you can't get mad at these dudes for oh great. Now we out here crashing shit. Well, okay. Never mind. There we go. Excuse me. And y'all out here doing stupid shit that y'all honestly don't need to be doing. Like, if you know this ain't for you, right? That's the part that kills me. Cause some of y'all know this shit ain't for you. Some of y'all know better. Some of y'all know y'all would never like, oh, well, I'd never do this. I'd never. Okay, when you get the fuck out, please. Some of y'all that are in this shit right now, y'all know y'all don't need to be in this shit because y'all keep complaining every fucking time, bro. Like every time y'all complain every time about this shit. Y'all complain every time, and it is annoying as all fuck. Oh, I don't get no money, and I don't. And it sucks because y'all and like I hate that it feel like I no, the folks don't want to listen to me because I'm a man and I don't know what I'm talking about. Come on now, I literally hate that shit. That should be killing y'all every time. That shit kills y'all every fucking time. Y'all don't want to listen because I don't have the status right now, or I may not have the status at the moment, or I don't have the what y'all looking for at the moment, and that's fine. All right, I may not yet, but when you sit down and you talk to me and I'm telling you, hey, this is what it is, you might want to, get on it, hey, something. You don't want to listen, then you get mad when the guy, when guys don't tip you or guys don't want to talk to you. Can't get mad. That's the way I see it. You can't get mad. But y'all gotta do a better job. In the industry, I feel like there's not enough honest teaching. Not enough honest teaching in the industry. That's weird. Okay. Yeah, probably gonna brighten this up just a tad. I like to brighten it up a bit. But yeah, that's just something that I feel that y'all, as when it comes down to sex work, like I said, I see how shit is, and there has to be, like I said, I get it. I understand the entire thing. I understand that, like I said, on the outside looking in, I totally understand. It's a lot going on, but people do need to understand that this is a overall a gray area, and it's not going to be something that you can paint with a broad brush. It's not going to happen. It's not. I don't care how you flip it. It's just not going to happen. It's too much. Right? I don't care how you flip it. Excuse me. It's just not going to happen. Right? And it has to be. Has to be adjusted for a case by case basis. It has to be. Not everything can be painted with a broad brush, and that's what's wrong with a lot of people, especially these leftists. Man, it's fucking stupid, and the people on the right too. But the leftists are right now, to me, the bigger offenders at this point. Um, at this point, at this juncture, right? And some of y'all just need to chill the fuck out, please. Like, honestly, chill out. Honestly, chill and find out what's good for you. Because if you're not gonna do it, you're gonna end up fucking your own self up. Okay, it's the light itself. That's what it is. Okay, that's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. Okay. Let me turn this down to like 30. That's 32. Okay, we'll turn it down to 32. I actually like how that stopped right there. There we go. Done. Like I said, I just feel like at this point, a lot of y'all just y'all got to do. We got to do better. And if, like I said, if you know for a fact that this is completely not for you, completely not, do not entertain. And I mean that with all sincerity. Do not entertain it. Right? Let the shit ride though. Okay, and just because something may not be for you, it does not mean that everybody else got to be miserable and not enjoy their life. Okay, let's keep it a stack. Let's keep it a bean. Okay, all right, we got to make sure we understand that because some of y'all, I I promise you, some of y'all just be looking for shit, and mm-mm, it's not that serious, y'all. It, it really ain't. Excuse me, it really ain't. And I think it's high time that's one of the reasons why I do the Strip Club Chronicles because it's something that is a much needed thing that people need to understand that this shit it's it's not it is that and it's not that at the same time. Okay? Because honestly, just because you see a girl that's dressed like this, it doesn't mean that she's bad. It doesn't mean that she's a thought, whatever the fuck. I'm telling you, it doesn't mean that. Okay, well, and I know somebody's gonna pull the whole uniform thing, and oh well, a police officer. That's a whole different ballgame. Okay, you're not wrong per se, but you're wrong. Okay, you're not wrong 100%, but you do need to reevaluate some things. And the more I guess the more we understand it and we respect it, the better. I think that there doesn't need to be so much legislation against it. It just needs to be people need to, or there needs to be not a lot of legislation on it. Period. Because what's going to end up happening is, and we've seen it, a lot of people, a lot of these places that have the legislation for it, a lot of times they're fucking it up. They're low key fucking it up too. That's the crazy part. They're over here making shit worse. They're making dancers sign W-2s and you know, and now instead of them having I think 1099 forms and stuff like that, so now they're technically employees instead of owning their own business. It's look, just let people own their business, let them do it because guess what? The money's there. Okay, just because somebody's monetizing their stuff, monetizing their beauty or themselves, it's not a problem. Okay, and you know what? And I just thought about this. Speaking of which, and this was actually coming from a conversation that I had in the Discord with somebody, and and that was actually one of the reasons that I'm doing this diary. Actually, I need y'all to understand something, right? If for those of y'all that's in these hiring positions and y'all start doing this shit to these girls doing that and telling them that oh well if you do OnlyFans, we find out you do OnlyFans, you're firing them. Why? Oh well, we don't want that certain type of image and blah blah blah. So you're trying to control what people do. And this is exactly why people don't want to work jobs now because people are trying to control them. Let them do their thing. If they are not taking pictures for OnlyFans, they're not doing OnlyFans shoots while at work without express consent or permission, right? Then you have nothing to worry about. What somebody does in their own time outside of work is irrelevant. Some of y'all need to understand that. Some of y'all business owners need to understand that. And some of y'all left leaning people, matter of fact, left and right leaning, but I like I said, the left leaning people right now are the biggest offenders at this point because a lot of y'all, I'm looking at a lot of y'all, and a lot of y'all that are doing all this off the wall shit are liberal minded people that say one thing and do another. Liberals, bruh. That's why Malcolm X had a problem with y'all. But anywho, okay, right now, a lot of y'all left leaning people, y'all say this shit, y'all run your mouth and say, "Oh well, we just had in the third." But then the minute y'all won't ever step foot in the strip club, y'all will never step foot in the strip club. Y'all will barely support. Y'all don't even really support the girls that do OnlyFans. Any of that, y'all don't care, right? Y'all don't. Y'all don't. Y'all really don't care, and that's the problem that's the thing that needs to be exposed with a lot of y'all. That y'all do not care as much as y'all claim to do. And like I said, taking somebody's job away because they have a different belief set than you is wrong, no matter how you slice it. Now, that person is being a bitch, being, and I mean clear cut bitch, right? Like, and it's clear evident, like they are a danger to themselves and others. Then okay, cool, I get it. But other than that, fuck no. Let people do what they need to do. And these jobs that and the jobs that do that, like, okay, if you're gonna do all of that, then pay them. Okay, because y'all don't understand. These people do this. A lot of people do this shit because the money is there. Okay, they're getting hundreds and hundreds, thousands a month. Taking some of them getting enough to pay their rent. You know what I'm saying? They're paying their rent. Um, they're paying rent. They're being able to take care of their families. They're able to do all of these things, and then you want them to stop doing it because what? Because of your sensitivities? Because what you think or what somebody else thinks? Make that make sense. That doesn't make sense to me. How would you sit up here and derive somebody of their job because they pose sexy on they pose sexy and you feel a certain type of way. They're an attractive woman and they monetize their attractiveness and you feel bad about it. Make that make sense. You won't pay these people, but then you'll sit up here complain about, oh these there's so many people that want to do OnlyFans because why not? What's the issue with it? Outside of your own personal, okay, well, if you feel like it's degrading for you, that's exactly what it is. You feel like it's degrading for you, right? That's your business. That's your problem. You feel me? It's your thing. But don't push that on other people. And that goes on both ends. That goes on the left leaning and right leaning. Right? If you feel that, well, oh, I don't want my girl doing this and I don't want, okay, then that's cool. Then I guarantee you this. Then a lot of girls that don't do this shit. Okay, go find them. Stop chasing the girls that do OnlyFans. Stop chasing that type of girl. Stop trying to change too. Now, if you, I will say this too, and I kind of left this out. If you are in a relationship already and you decide to do it, you better talk to your partner first. I'm just gonna be real with you. You better talk to your partner first. That is no question. You better talk to your partner first. Got to. Got to talk to your partner first. Have to. Nothing. Communication is key. Now, if your partner doesn't agree with it, y'all got to find a compromise somewhere. And if you're one of those that go against your partner's wishes or whatever, then you're kind of wrong. kind of wrong. And I say kind of because it depends on the situation. You know what I'm saying? Depends on the situation. It really does. That's very situational. And that's something that is definitely on a case by case basis with the person that, you're talking with. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? You know? So that's just something that, to consider, that y'all need to consider, And like I said, I didn't want too much of nothing. I just wanted to get on here and talk about that. And I feel like it's something that needs to be addressed. And I'll probably talk about it in like another strip club chronicle somewhere. But I know when it comes down to that, a lot of people on the outside looking in, and they don't get to understand the full thought process that I have sometimes. And some people just don't care to listen to anything outside of their own opinion. And that's fine. And I've dealt with plenty of people that are like that. But for those of y'all that take the time to listen to this, I appreciate y'all. Whether it's in chunks, doses, the whole thing straight through, I appreciate you. And yeah, yeah. I like doing this, man. I want to know what you think, for those of y'all in my community. Let me know what you think about sex work, or girls that do OnlyFans, right? I know the running gags aside, we always make a joke about girls that do OnlyFans, and yes, some of the girls are kind of bad. I don't know why they just hop on stuff to be opportunistic. Anything to get more attention. It's basically attention. Clout chasing. But I have no issue. Like I said, I have no issue. I support those that do. When I'm able. Uh, but I definitely want to put that out there that it's not as bad as people think. It's not, and the more you understand yourself as a person and know what you will and won't put up with, the better. You know, I think that's the key to take away from that. All right, but like I said, community, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all rocking with me, and love to hear your thoughts, man. Love to hear what y'all think, and yeah, we'll be talking on the next one. Peace. God bless.